Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we break down movies so wild you won't believe they exist. I'm Cinexplanation, and today we're diving into a flick that's equal parts hilarious, heartfelt, and downright bizarre. Too Handsome to Handle. This movie dropped in 2019, and let me tell you, it's a roller coaster about a guy who's so ridiculously good-looking, it's basically a curse. Like, imagine being too handsome to live a normal life. Sounds fake, right? But stick with me, cause this one's got twists, laughs, and a surprising amount of heart. Before we jump in, smash that like button if you love a good movie recap, and hit subscribe if you're new here. We've got tons more breakdowns coming your way. Alright, let's get into it. Spoilers ahead, obviously, so if you haven't seen Too Handsome to Handle, go watch it. Or just let me tell you everything right now. Here we go. Okay, so Too Handsome to Handle kicks off with our main guy, Kulin. Kulin's a teenager, probably 17 or 18, and he's got a problem most of us would kill for. He's ridiculously handsome. Like, we're talking chiseled jawline, perfect hair, eyes that sparkle like he's in a shampoo commercial. But here's the catch. This dude's beauty isn't a blessing, it's a full-on curse. Every time he steps outside, people lose their minds. Girls faint, guys get jealous, teachers forget how to teach. It's chaos. So Kulin's solution, he's basically a shut-in. He lives in this big, cozy house with his mom, homeschooling himself and avoiding the world like it's the plague. The movie starts with this montage of Kulin's life. He's reading books, playing video games, eating snacks, all indoors. His mom, a sweet but slightly overprotective lady named Sari, is his only real connection to the outside. She's always like, "Kulin, you can't hide forever." But Kulin's like, "Watch me." And honestly, he's got a point. We get these flashback scenes showing why he's so paranoid, like this one time in middle school when he tried to attend class, and a mob of classmates chased him down the hallway just to get a selfie. Another time, a teacher gave him an A+ on a blank test because she was too dazzled to grade it. It's funny, but you can see how it's messed him up. But everything changes when Sari drops a bombshell. She's moving them to a new town, and Kulin has to enroll in a real high school. No more hiding. Kulin freaks out. He's like, "Mom, they're gonna eat me alive out there." But Sari's insistent. She thinks he needs to face the world, handsome or not. So they pack up, move to this small, sunny town called Lumina, and Kulin's nightmare begins. Now, Kulin's not dumb. He knows he can't just stroll into Lumina High looking like a teen idol without causing a riot. So he comes up with a plan. He's gonna wear a motorcycle helmet, like all the time. Picture this. First day of school, Kulin walks in wearing this sleek black helmet with a tinted visor, a backpack slung over one shoulder, and zero skin showing. The other kids are like, "Who's this weirdo?" But Kulin's thinking, "Perfect, no one knows it's me." His first few classes go okay. He's quiet, keeps his head down, and the helmet hides his face. But then we meet Mira, this spunky girl who sits next to him in history class. Mira's the opposite of Kulin. She's loud, confident, and doesn't care what anyone thinks. She's got short, dyed purple hair and a vibe that screams, "I'll fight you and win." Naturally, she's curious about the helmet guy. She leans over and goes, "Hey, what's with the headgear? You planning a bank heist after school?" Kulin mumbles something about safety first, but Mira's not buying it. She's like, "Okay, mystery man, I'll figure you out eventually." Meanwhile, Kulin's starting to realize high school isn't as bad as he thought. The helmet works, nobody's swooning over him, and he's actually making it through the day. But there's this one teacher, Mr. Hendra, who's suspicious. He's this grumpy old dude with a mustache that looks like it's plotting world domination. He calls Kulin up to the front of the class and demands he take the helmet off, saying this isn't a costume party. Kulin panics, but before he can bolt, the bell rings and he's saved. For now, Act 2, the exposure. Things start unraveling fast. See, Kulin's helmet plan only works if no one sees his face, but Lumina High is full of nosy teenagers. One day, he's in the cafeteria, trying to eat a sandwich through the helmet, which by the way is hilarious, and this jock named Dito bumps into him on purpose. Dito's the classic high school bully, big ego, small brain. He's like, "What's your deal, freak? Take that thing off." Kulin tries to dodge him, but Dito grabs the helmet and yanks it off. The whole cafeteria goes silent. Kulin's standing there, hair tousled, face glowing like he's in a Hollywood close-up, and everyone's jaws drop. Then it's pandemonium. Girls scream, guys gasp, someone yells, "Is that a celebrity?" Kulin grabs the helmet and bolts, but the damage is done. By the next day, his face is all over social media. Kids are posting blurry pics with captions like Lumina High's secret hottie and too handsome to handle. Yep, that's where the title comes from. Now Kulin's back to square one. He stops going to school, locks himself in his room, and tells his mom, "I told you this would happen." Sari feels awful. She didn't realize how bad it'd get. But here's where Mira steps in. She shows up at Kulin's house, uninvited of course, and bangs on the door until he lets her in. She's like, "Dude, you can't just disappear. People are obsessed with you, sure, but you're letting them win by hiding." Kulin's confused. He's like, "Why do you even care?" And Mira shrugs and says, "Because you're the only interesting person in this boring town." This is the turning point. Mira's not fazed by Kulin's looks. She's legit immune to his charm, and that's new for him. She convinces him to come back to school, but with a twist. No more helmet. He's gotta own it. Facing the world. So Kulin returns to Lumina High, helmet-free, and it's chaos at first. People swarm him, teachers stutter, the principal even calls him into the office to ask if he's a model. But Kulin's got Mira in his corner, and she's like his unofficial bodyguard, shoving people away and yelling, "Back off, he's just a guy." Slowly, he starts finding his footing. He joins the art club, turns out he's a killer painter, and makes a couple of friends who aren't obsessed with his face. But Dito's not done. He's jealous of all the attention Kulin's getting, so he spreads a rumor that Kulin's secretly a rich kid paying people to like him. It's dumb, but it works. Some kids turn on Kulin and he's crushed. He's like, "I knew this was a mistake." Mira, though, isn't having it. She digs up dirt on Dito, like how he flunked gym class twice, and leaks it to the school paper. Dito's humiliated, and the rumor dies out. The real climax comes at the school talent show. Kulin's been working on this massive painting, a self-portrait that's all distorted and messy, showing how he sees himself versus how others do. He unveils it on stage, and instead of talking about his looks, he gives this raw speech about wanting to be seen as more than a pretty face. The crowd's quiet at first, then they clap, hard. Even Dito looks impressed. It's a win, not just for Kulin, but for everyone who's ever felt like they don't fit. Ending. The movie wraps up with Kulin and Mira hanging out by this lake near town. He's still handsome, duh. But he's chill about it now. He's got friends, he's got art, and he's got Mira, who's basically his best buddy. There's a hint they might be into each other, but it's subtle. No big romance here, just a solid vibe. Too handsome to handle is wild, right? On the surface, it's a goofy comedy about a guy too hot to function, but there's more going on. It's really about identity, how we let other people's perceptions define us, and how hard it is to break free from that. Kulin's helmet isn't just a gag, it's a shield, like how we all hide parts of ourselves to fit in. Mira's the key. She sees past the hype and pushes him to do the same. The movie's not perfect, though. Some bits, like Dito's rumor subplot, feel forced, and the pacing drags a little in the middle. But the humor lands, the characters are likable, and that talent show scene. And that's what saves it from being just another teen flick. Plus, the soundtrack slaps. Lots of indie pop vibes that fit the mood perfectly. Conclusion. So that's Too Handsome to Handle in all its absurd glory. It's a movie about growing up, owning who you are, and maybe laughing at yourself along the way. If you've seen it, drop your thoughts in the comments. Did you love Kulin's glow-up, or did you think the helmet was the real MVP? Thanks for watching, you legends. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more recaps, and hit that bell so you don't miss a thing.